Welcome to WYCD Wicked. That stands for What You Can Do. I'm your old pal Jake, and tonight we're doing something a little bit different. If this is the first time you're seeing WYCD, normally, we talk about politics and what you can do to make the world a better place. Those two often overlap. Tonight, however, let me just check my notes here, goofing off. We're goofing off. I have something I want to try out. But before I pass you the invite link, I want to explain it so you knows what you're getting into. Uh, if you want to be a guest on tonight's show, there's a gauntlet you got to run to get there. We are going to open up the invitation shortly. I'm going to send out the link shortly. I would simply ask that you click the link, have a webcam, and have a microphone. We will use these things as part of the game show of it all. The winner of each round will then have 5 minutes to chit chat with your old pal Jake about whatever you want. If you got nothing, I will ask you questions. I probably should have taken my phone out before the stream began. Anyway, that's how it works. It is going to be a little bit active. I'll warn you. So if you're uncomfortable having yourself on camera or your background on camera, like I am, maybe skip the participation in this one. But that said, don't worry. If you don't want to be on screen, we're gonna need the audience's help for a lot of this. Without further ado, let us begin. We are taking the first folks that joined the stream. So it's going to be no particular order. Again, I ask though, have a webcam, have a microphone. Here is the link to join. We're looking for, oh gosh, how many participants in this first one? I mean, we can take up to 10, but that's too many. Let's cap it at 4. The first 4 people who join on the stream, will get to participate, and we'll see who makes it. I'm really feeling quite devious. So let's see who we can get in. Who's interested in competing for your time in front of the mic? Is it fair? No, but that's part of the fun. Also, I really want to stress the winner of each particular contest is going to be darn near arbitrary because it's going to be left up to my opinion quite often. But I'll still need the audience to help keep things honest because for some of it, I can't look at it. Yeah. Let's see. We're looking for 4 contestants. 4 contestants. Just click on the link and it will take you, I hope, to the page that allows you to join. Also worth noting, this is totally experimental. I have no idea if the slides I've prepared will actually work while we're live. I don't even know if we are on Twitch, but we're going to try anyway. Shade Dragon, let's read some comments while we're here. Say, "Oh, hello. I know that fella. We got one." I'm gonna save the intros for for when it's we're introducing everybody, but I'm very excited. We've got our first entrant. Can we get a second? Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna read some chat while we wait for people. Jake, pin the link. Well, that's probably a good idea, isn't it? I wanted to say hello to Sandy. Hello to Matt. Hello to the Anti-Corporatist. Hello to Pinkerbell. I see a lot of you. Shade Dragon. Hello. Delighted to see you all. Let me jump onto my channel. Open up my chat. Ooh. Yep. Pinning the link now in YouTube chat. There it is. It is now pinned. So if you're interested in joining, click on that link. And we're looking for ideally 3 more. But I'll be honest, I think we could do this with as few as 2. And I'm mostly sorry, I'm watching the behind the scenes. I'm mostly expecting this to be a fun disaster, as most WYCD productions are. Ooh. Oh, well, hello there. Brandy, Nuance, my dogs are goth. I'm seeing lots of folks. Soul Life, hello. All righty. Matt, I might need to beg you to bail me out on this one. So far, we have one contestant. One contestant. Anti-corporatist. I have no idea what's... Oh, I just effed it up. There we go. So we, just to recap, if you're just joining us, we're trying out a game show this time around. Yes, all right. We have 2 contestants. Beautiful. We're trying out a game show this time around. We need you to have, yes, a webcam and a microphone. I'm going to bring our contestants on right now and introduce them. We've got 2. I think that's enough to trial this concept. Let's go. First up, the anti-corporatist. Hello, sir. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much.
Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Cool.
And our
I'm in a truck stop, so I'm wearing a mask. COVID's going around.
That's totally fine. The second guest we have, who you're going to be competing against for a chance to ask any question you want or just chat for 5 minutes, is a longtime friend of the stream as well. Domenico, hello. Domenico, I say it wrong every time. Domenico, good to see you, my friend.
Ha! See, we're both incognito.
Yes. Can you hear me, sir? Whoa.
Is he
I'm
frozen?
not hearing, I'm not hearing our fella here. Domenico, are you there? Oh, I don't hear you, and we're not getting any change in your video. Let me turn it off and back on. Oh, now I hear something.
I hear his turn signal.
Yeah.
Something you hear on my stream all the time. Hey, Tamara Chance, how are you?
Oh, Tamara Chance, hello.
If you guys are shy, just get a mask. Although I've appeared on my stream before, so it's not like I'm totally incognito.
Oh, darn it.
Hey, Sandy, you should call in. We know you have a cam that works.
Can you hear us, Domenico? We're gonna have to.
Yeah, I grew a beard. I needed I just hadn't shaved in a little bit, so I shaved it to a beard. Winter beard.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing it in all of it.
Although I'm considering doing an anti-goatee. I'll show you later. But for right now, I'm waiting for, where you
mutton chop?
You shave, kind of, basically.
That would
because that's the part of it. It's like gray. You know what? I don't have to wear glasses, but they help with reading, especially at night. So during the day, I don't wear glasses at all. But at night, I wear glasses fairly frequently.
Yeah.
And in the early morning. When I do early morning streams, people will see me do that.
There's times a day when it feels right to, there we go, when it feels right to wear glasses. Let's see if we can get Domenico back on. Hello, my friend.
Hey, there we go. By the way, Donald, I'm in Reading.
Hi there, Jake.
We'd make it down to you, but I got to get that freaking that mud flap fixed.
Excellent. All right, gents. This is going to be a pretty straightforward first challenge that we have. I'm going to need to set this up.
I'm listening.
Sure.
Second. Countdown clock. Okay.
Anti-Corpus, what's up? Anti-Corpus.
Nothing much, man.
I
What's up
will.
with you? I'm just waiting on my chicken sandwich at Popeyes.
I will need you fellas to be in view of the camera. Here's what I need you to do. After I give you, here's your challenge. After I give you the heads up,
I have background noise going on right
keep
now.
your
Dom,
eyes closed until you raise your hand. Domenico, obviously you don't do this. I will trust that you're not using a timekeeping device. First person to raise their hand after 30 seconds wins.
After 30
it's that
seconds?
simple.
Okay,
After
say one.
30 seconds. So if you raise your hand before 30 seconds comes up, that's a slap on the wrist. It's as close to 30 seconds as you can get, essentially.
Fine.
All right.
No, not
You
Redding,
gentlemen
PA.
ready?
Redding, California. It's spelled with 2 Ds. Yeah, tell me when.
All right. Domenico, are you ready to estimate 30 seconds? Oh. Uh-oh. Domenico, do you hear us?
He's setting up his clock.
Let's see. Domenico, I need you, buddy. Can you hear us? I think we have bad reception.
Yeah,
It
probably.
might have to be, by default, your victory. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to start it soon.
I'll take it.
All right.
Is there anybody else coming on?
As of now, no. It's just us three gents.
Is Sandy saying she's coming on? Is that what the okay is?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Environmental Coffee House. None of the girls want to call in. Oh, you're one of the girls. Call in, Sandy.
Sandy, you're one of the few girls that wants to appear on stream.
Now we've had Pink.
It doesn't always go well for her.
Wicked Foxy Dragon call in.
Well, they've called, but they haven't been on video.
I think he might be. Well, no. We had. We definitely had him on video.
Oh, Wicked Foxy Dragon went on video once. But
Yeah.
Pink doesn't.
Yeah.
Pink don't play that, and I don't blame her.
Well, we're gonna have to ask you to. Oh, there we go. Here we go. You've got competition again. All right. Do you understand the rules, Domenico?
No. Let me know the rules, and I'll understand them immediately.
I am going.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
When I tell you to start, you have to raise your hand as close to 30 seconds as you can get.
Okay.
And I will ask you both to not look at the screen during this time. So you're supposed to have your eyes closed.
So in 30 seconds.
Well, I can't tell if his eyes are closed. That's fine.
In 30 seconds.
Okay.
Do not.
Here, my eyes are closed.
Okay.
They win.
Domenico, are your eyes closed? Honor system. Beautiful. All right. We are starting the countdown in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Here we go. As close to 30 seconds as you can get. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. And here is for our audience at home. How close will these fellas get to estimating 30 seconds correctly? Indeed. And the person who gets it closest will stay on for their question. We've got one hand up. And let's see.
My sandwich is ready.
And the other. And the sandwich is ready. Well, my friends, it was remarkably close. But the winner is the anti-corporatist. Anti-corporatist, well done.
What did I come in at?
You came in almost exactly at 30 seconds. Domenico, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. That you made it.
Yeah, my resting heart rate is 72, so I just counted 36 heartbeats.
Good Lord.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the anti-corporatists for the two-state solution for the Republicans.
There you go.
I like that.
That would be great if they only won 2 states.
Oh man,
That would be
guys,
flawless. That would be flawless. It'd be better
Oh
than
wait,
great.
did he say 2 states or tube steak?
Two red states. Like
I'm kidding.
All right, gentlemen. So here's how it's gonna work. Dominico, I'm gonna kick you, but if you want to call back in for the next rounds, you are welcome to. But the floor,
I don't think anybody else wants to play, dude.
Just the floor is.
What the fuck am I part?
That was my bad. I'm sorry, Dominico. The floor is going to be ACs. I see we have another guest in here. If you want to stick around, round 2 is coming up quickly. Excellent. All right, AC,
who you got, man?
You got 5 minutes, my friend. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just calling in because no one else was.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it. In that case,
actually, you know what? We have been having a little bit of a conversation.
Let's do it.
So check this out.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going on Twitch a lot recently, and on Twitch, of course, you support your favorite streamers. You do that here too.
Yeah.
But so the question is that just impoverishing our community? Because either Bezos takes a cut, or who is it that's YouTube? Google takes a cut. And they take some pretty big cuts, too.
They do, yeah.
So I wonder about that.
Here's my thoughts on it. I think it's fine if they take a cut, as long as they're upfront about the cut taking. Basically, what these services are server farms. That's all it boils down to. And somebody does have to pay the cost of that. Be it just the literal cost of the heat these things generate, but more appropriately, the cost of hiring a web team to keep it all going. I don't think, I mean, if you want to talk about getting it as close to nonprofit as you can, obviously these things are not going to set.
Well, what we should do is we should do what Vouch's network does and get some websites built for us and go through there, and so that when people do super chats or whatever, they're not doing YouTube, they're doing or Twitch, they're just doing to us, and then whoever it is takes a little thing. I hear Kick only takes like 5 cents there's 25 cents out of every $5, but you have to have a certain number of people, and who knows what else their thing is.
Well, first of all, I think if we can get around it, there's nothing wrong with getting around it. I don't think there's anything inherently immoral about them taking a cut, because they are.
I don't think there's anything inherently immoral about it, but I've just been noticing, like, we don't have by and large, we don't have a rich community. You know,
True.
Like the people that are attracted to leftism aren't the Bezoses of the world and the Elon Musks of the world, because they want to keep what they got. So, for the most part, I don't know. It just kills me, because I'll be in streams and everybody's throwing down what they have, but then it's like, who has what? No one has much, and so it's like, and we have a lot of people that are on like fixed incomes and stuff, and really what we need to be doing is we need to be enriching our whole community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Like, how are we gonna afford the commune if all of us are broke?
I don't think those two wires cross, though. I don't think the fact that the people who are doing the giving, having a finite amount to give, is necessarily makes it so that the service you're using to present your content shouldn't take a cut or needs to be dodged in that way. Yeah, it would be more efficient, but at the same time, I like the convenience of you're watching on this platform, you click a button on that platform, you don't leave the stream, you have a paid service. I just
Popeye's chicken sandwiches, they are as good as they say.
Oh, I believe it. That thing looks amazing. But fair point. And let's keep talking about this for a moment. I do want to say for the next one, you might want to be indoors. Anti-corporatists, you might be able to do this. If you fail, it would be hilarious to see how you fail.
I mean, I'm indoors. I'm in the truck.
True. But I will warn you that you will be at a severe, but hopefully delightful disadvantage, and I look forward to that as well. Let me just toss this at you. What do you think is the most fair system for funding a independent media channel that you've seen?
Robbing a bank.
Robbing a bank, yeah. That would be pretty fair, especially if you're branding while you do it.
Founding a bank and then just making that sweet cheddar.
Yeah, well, yeah,
because all the banks do is borrow money from the government at a reduced rate.
Yeah, we can just
and then loan it to other people.
Fair enough.
I mean, honestly, banks are the biggest part of the problem.
The rich generally are, but we'll eat them.
Yeah.
We'll eat them soon. We're going to do our next round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it works. Our 3 competitors that we have. And by the way, folks, if you want to try to get in on this, it's going to get increasingly weird and increasingly difficult to pull off. Now, AC, I'm going to give you a chance to opt out, because what I'm about to ask is going to be quite silly.
Yeah, I'll opt out.
Okay.
No, the reason that I'll opt out is because I came on because no one was on.
Well, that's fair.
They gave me this blue wrench. I feel like I gotta, support the channel.
It's also fine if it just crashes and burns. That's, to me,
If we have fresh blood, bring on the fresh blood. The fresh blood. Ugh. Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah. I will see you around, my friend, and thank you
definitely.
for joining.
Yep, I'll have to stop by next time I'm in your nape of the neck.
All right.
Neck of the nape.
Sounds good. You're right
Bye.
about there. All right, see you, brother.
Yeah, right about there.
We have an old friend of the show here as well. It's all old friends tonight. We got Looney Tunes 9000. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now we got another person on standby, that's Dominico. Dominico, let me warn you though, you probably won't be able to drive for this task. I'm sorry, I didn't consider that. I should have, because 60% of our viewers actually are on mobile phones, but I didn't. So my bad. I just assumed that everybody on a Friday night, like myself, is huddled underneath a roof, hiding from the world. I guess some people are out there. But if somebody else is feeling squirrely, I would recommend you call in. And Dominico, we'll try it with you. And I think it'll be fun watching you at a severe disadvantage. How you doing, by the way, my friend? Oh, I'll try. Heck yes. All right. We're going to give people, because there's a slight delay, we're going to give people about, let's say another 30 seconds. If you're interested in calling in and attempting to best
challenge me,
to best Looney Tunes 9000 and Dominico, then call in using the link pinned in the chat. I should probably be on Twitch pinning that. You know what? I'll drop the link again. That would make sense.
Donald James X says, "Look at Looney. He looks like Paul McCarthy."
Well, let's see here. I see a little Paul McCarthy. If I'm honest, I see a little bit of who's that Australian that played Bond? Why can I not remember him? You got that haircut that he had for Bond. George Lazenby.
That's right.
All right, it's another twofer, fellas. I'm gonna take myself off the screen for this one. Let's do. No, you can't hear me when I'm off screen. Well, that's fine. Then I will. I'll rearrange us some. Stand by. Yes. Okay, so
Nico, are you ready?
you can see I can
Yes.
switch you around like this. I'm going to be doing that. You might want to hold on to your butts because here's the challenge. You have 60 seconds to hide in view of your webcam. You cannot leave the frame. Best hiding spot wins. Oh,
God,
Lordy. Good luck,
I have to
fellas.
hide. And...
Oh, that's effing genius. All right, 30-second countdown. Oh, 60-second countdown has begun. 60 seconds to hide in view of your camera. We have two locked in. Is it sufficient, or is it? Can we say that this is going to be the submissions? I think that works. All right, let's ask the audience. Audience, who do you think is hidden better? Following the rules technically on both counts. Looney Tunes 9000 and Domenico. Let's see. Let's get some. Let's just toss it in the chat. Who do you think is more well hidden? I know who I have an answer for here. And 60 seconds has passed. Let's see. Who's your vote, audience? Is it Looney Tunes 9000? Is it Domenico? I am going to make the. Yes, Andy's got it. I think as well. LT9K has taken this one, but a fine effort from both involved. That was fantastic. All right, man, we got one more. It gets harder from here. I respect though, sir, your competitiveness. We'll see you if you choose to return. Thank you for playing again. LT9K.
Yes.
It's you, baby. You got 30, excuse me, no, you got 5 minutes. What would you like to talk about?
Okay.
It can just be anything also.
I never made it to a live stream, but you know how Trump loves to complain about China, huh? He talks about China every single day when he goes to those rallies and spreads those lies to the red-hatted people.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He's a liar, and I know he's supposed to be going to jail. If he goes to jail, I would be happy. But he almost got kicked out of his court case. What would you say?
What I mean, for him going to jail, I think if we want to have rule of law at all in this country, if we're in the United States and we think that we don't have God kings, then we need to put his butt in prison because he tried a coup, and on top of, frankly, many other things that ought to have been prosecuted. So he's got it. He's just got it. And it doesn't matter how angry however many of us in the U.S. get about it. We can have a tantrum if we must, but rule of law needs to be established.
But never get me started about Mike Johnson. Oh my God, the dude's a prick.
Oh, he is. Let me throw this at you though. I am delighted by how screwed up the Speaker of the House position is with the Republicans in charge. Do you think he's going to make it to the end of 2024 as Speaker?
Short answer, fuck no.
Fair enough. I give him till, let's say, June. Ooh. I think no, I'll go even farther. I think he's going to get kicked out in July.
Ooh, I like that answer.
He already extended, or he gave a continuation of the current spending until March, which has the MAGA warriors all in a hissy fit. in a tizzy. That's what I was looking for. And you know, there's going to be no pleasing them, but you have to do stuff, and he just can't. He can't, I think, balance those plates.
Right.
What I do want to, you know what? I'll take this moment. I want to say this to you because you're here in person, and to the whole audience. The last stream I did that wasn't Left Past 10, I gave terrible advice, and I want to withdraw it. I unlisted the stream rather than do a whole video. I just, here it is. The advice I gave was to like just cut out people that are voting for Republicans at this point. That the way I said it, it was wrong. That's a silly thing to do. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I think
Don't
you, yeah, you guys who are, in my opinion, actually interested in making the world a decent place, have to talk to the people who are trying their best to drive civilization into the side of a mountain. And even in jest, me saying that you should just be isolating them further, that's terrible advice. So for the record, now I've told you, probably the person in my chat who gets around to other chats the most, and because I think you're the official moderator of everyone I know. I think so.
Yeah.
So now I've said it. What here? Let me throw this at you though. Have you met anybody who has voted Republican since 2015 who says they are not going to anymore?
No,
Me
I am
either.
not.
I take that back. I've met multiple people online, but I haven't come across somebody in the flesh that is talking like that, which tells me it's a vanishingly small group of people. Do you have any idea? And I ask you this as a person whose job it is to talk about this stuff, who doesn't. Do you have any idea what we should be saying to these people to sway them away from voting Republican?
Well, first of all, we should be saying, don't fall for these lies. They're just tricking you, and they're stealing your money.
Yeah.
And really, don't vote for these criminals.
I mean, see, here's the thing. I've been saying it nicely. I've been screaming it. I've been trying all kinds of ways to communicate that, and I feel like it keeps falling on deaf ears. I think the most progress I've had in terms of swaying people was when we did that thing. What was it? Bet on Blue, where we challenged people to basically watch with their friends and family the media they were watching, and fact check it. But it's just not, even even in and of itself, it wasn't particularly effective. I'm looking for the next silver bullet. If you've got one, tell me.
Yeah.
And I'll throw our old pal up here as well. How are you, my friend?
Dominico,
it's a 3 for now.
Dominico,
do you have any suggestions for swaying Republicans?
Swaying Republicans?
Yeah.
Okay, swaying Republicans. That's a tall order, to be honest with you. Especially when you realize, like, in the United States, I know I've said it before, but it's like when they're set in their ways, they have at their maximum value 8 million of them. No lie, it's just a reality. So the next part of it is like, what are those who do not with them? Well, you have the maximum amount of Americans left over after that.
Well, that's for their numbers. And oh shoot. There we go.
Oh.
You're back. I'm sorry, we lost you for a second, but you're back.
Population we have. So it's like, okay, what's the best that we?
Oof. We're tech issues, my friend.
Yeah.
I hate to do it. Gotta remove you again because I think our connection is failing.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Come on,
Well, if
somebody,
it's
please come. Come on.
if it's well, that's fine. If it's any consolation, I think history will vindicate the policies we're pushing for. It's not, it's sort of a bittersweet prize to get, to be king of the ashes, to be declared right after everything's gone wrong. But the longer we can hold on, I think the more people are going to have to join progressives out of necessity, even if their heart isn't in it, because this is the only political faction I see that's actually trying to help. Gang, well, let me start by saying this. LT9K, you're a brave guy. Thank you for joining, and very clever, very clever use of the thumb. I love it, man. We're gonna try doing more stuff like this. If you know of anybody that is intrigued by Taskmaster E challenges, invite them on. I'll say goodbye to you now, and I think we're gonna wrap it
All
up
right.
pretty soon. See you, my friend.
All right. See you, Jake.
See ya. No challenge for you, my friend. Just want to talk for a few minutes. Who's the politician you're most excited about these days? Who do you like the most? Can you hear?
Me? Jake?
Yeah.
Good to
Yes.
hear you.
Hello,
Okay.
my friend.
Okay. Good.
Who's
I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
Being that my ambition lies with me being a POTUS, I would say some good lady that I haven't heard of or met, and then me after that. But but you are not far behind, Jake. Just to be honest. Just be honest.
Well, I think if you wanted me to be the president, that would make one of us. If I were the president of the United States,
Okay.
I would wake up every day terrified for the United States,
Well,
and every bit as
then
petty as I currently am.
You can rely on me to be your backup then in that
Well, fair enough. Well, is there a non-presidential candidate that you're excited about? Or are you just sort of switched off of most politicians these days?
My favorite candidate?
No, just a politician that you like.
A politician that I like. Okay. Well, I know that this is so like far fetched, but I'll just I'll give a shout out to Rebecca Azor.
Ooh. Well, she's her in the politician class just yet, but who knows?
I agree.
Fingers crossed.
I totally agree with you, and that's why like when I like observed her material, I was so like perfectionist about it, and I was like, whoa, like you have a long way to go. With just to be honest, But
oh yeah.
But what I like and love about her is that she's trying.
Yes. When I see Rebecca Azor, I see a news lady making the transition to new media. And that excites me because I want more people in this crowd who have a background in old-fashioned formal presentation. Part of the reason I'm so excited that she's really jumping in and like on Like It or Not and what have you is that I think she's going to lend a degree of sophistication that so far leftist media it doesn't universally lack, but it tends to lack it. It tends to be more like this and less, fancy. I like the fanciness.
It's
the
it's like
polish.
it's like some fundamentals that they tend to miss. I agree with you.
Yeah, like literally just the cadence at which you speak in order to make people understand you. Like it seems like such a small thing, but that's like for the first multiple years, you're what they call now an multimedia journalist, but just a TV personality. The first multiple years you spend literally just having a person meet with you saying, "Well, you got to slow down the ends of your sentences." And like nitpicking like that. But there's a good reason for it. It's well studied. So having somebody who's already had that done is it's just fantastic.
Yes, and
Well,
then I think that's a good. It's a good area to begin with. Like especially like, it's kind of like Roots, and I mean I've listened very hyper analytically critically to her material, and I'm like, okay, I can see so many flaws, like left, center, right, right, center, left off the bat, but I still appreciate that she's leading in that
yes,
way. It's like, okay, like that's where
yeah,
like I have. I mean, I know I leave some comments. They can be a bit much sometimes. I know that. I'm aware, but it's just because I feel like the moral imperative, the selective value to just put it out there. Like I don't know, like I suppose in like layman's terms, maybe you could say I'm a little bit ballsy sometimes.
I'd say ballsy. Yeah, that's fine.
but but the point is like I'm just trying to put like as close to flawless out there as I can for sake of striving and hoping that being that if I'm going to fulfill my aspiration of being beyond my aspiration, my ambition of being the POTUS, I have a long way to go, and I know that. I have. Fun fact: there's only been 2 POTUSes before my time who are like me, and that's like a clue hint type of thing. But
Ooh, okay.
that's so vague that I wouldn't expect you to know exactly who the 2 presidents are.
I have no
Oddly enough,
idea.
even though I do know, I know who they are. But aside from that, that's kind of like arbitrary, I suppose. I have been like, okay, I have taken it upon who I happen to be in my life to read and comprehend the U.S. Constitution. I did it once in my life, and upon the first read, it was like for this was a curious question I had for you. Have you ever taken a political science class in your life?
Yes,
How did you do?
I passed with flying colors, but I didn't understand any of it until much later in life. Like I memorized the
Fascinating.
information, but I didn't truly understand it until later, if I'm honest.
Was it in junior college?
Uh, I am not cultured enough to understand that. High school.
Oh, Oh, you have that in high. Wow, high school. The for me for okay for example, for me in California, the most advanced class I probably took in high school was economics.
Okay, that's pretty.
But here, okay, here's the thing. I'll just be honest with you, just for fun facts.
Okay.
I have I have taken okay in high school. Here's the thing. I am I'm a son of a 184 IQ.
Whoa.
So that's like it's really high. It's I mean for modern standards for for modern standards that's like another uh Einstein.
Yeah, that's 4 above genius if I understand the IQ test correctly.
Yes, it's but another thing that I love to like remind those if they ever like are even like talking or even thinking about IQ, I'm like, okay, well, IQ is wonderful, but do not forget about what I refer to as the EIQ, which is emotional IQ, because it just seems to be something that's helpful when you're relating to like your everyday American or everyday person of this world,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, so you're so smart, wonderful, but and I've watched some YouTube videos about this where they're like, okay, how to deal with those who don't know as much as you. And it seems to be like the main takeaway from those videos is well, you just let those who don't know as much of you as you do, you let them have the higher ground.
Hmm.
Which, I'll be honest with you, I struggle with that because I can already get to the answer, so why do I have to yield to that?
Well, I think the thought process is often as important as the conclusion. And on a related note, you've said you've got a pretty lofty political ambition. Here's a question it's been bouncing around the old noggin. Between here and there, assuming it all goes very well, what would you do you have a path for what you would do in between? Like, do you have an idea of how you would get to the highest elected office in the United States? And
Well,
do you have an idea of how you would help people along the way?
yes. To answer to just warp my brain and my heart to the immediate answer, I would say it has to be one of three branches, because just another fun fact, there's only one president in the past, and I've researched this. He took the path which was far more rare. Um and he was the first of the two. So just to
You
like
got to give me
spill the
details what
I'm
you're
sorry.
talking about. I don't follow. What
No
path?
worries, no worries. I'll just spell it out for you.
Hmm.
There are two presidents, and they are very close to how I happen to be. The first one, his name is William Howard Taft. That's
Sure.
the first. That's the first one. He's a very old I mean, if you go back in the history of this country and this nation, he's basically one of the I'm fairly certain that he is before the first 25 presidents. And he was a perfectionist, to be fair. Back then, when if you if you're familiar enough with this country and this nation's history accurately, he was if I'm not mistaken, what they would refer to back then, a conservative. But the conservatives back then, as most of us who know anything about this history of this USA, that means that he was back then he was more like at least liberal, democratic, because for some reason, which I've been able to analyze so far, it's like at the beginning it was like the roles were reversed in a way, if that makes any sense to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, at least the party switch changed that quite a bit. Also, what equals conservative and liberal really changed as well. It began to have more and more to do with money, frankly, in the 20th century.
Yes, I concur wholeheartedly. Which again, I'll just come out and say it. I am not for billionaires. I'm not.
No
If
argument here.
if we're talking about what they've been projecting for the next decade into the future, they've been saying that there's going to be a trillionaire within the next 10 years, which
Oh.
I'm adamantly, like unrelentingly opposed to that, because I know that these types of human beings, persons, people, etc., these individuals are, no matter how fancily they, finances, uh, credit, cash, liquid, loans, etc. No matter how fancy they try to put it to the rest of the American people or those of this world, they're just trying to steal.
Yeah. I mean, there's just no way to do an amount of work that equals how much value $1 billion is. There's no amount of time in your lifetime that you can have actually genuinely earned $1 billion. The only way to get $1 billion is to steal it. Usually, almost always by legal means, sometimes not, but to steal it from your own workers generally.
I concur wholeheartedly. But to answer your question directly about how and this is where I look in your direction for you've helped me so much because I'm
Thank you.
like because I'll be honest with you. It's like, okay, when did I even think or feel about like maybe I'd maybe want to be a president? I'll be honest. It was around the Donald Trump election, and I must admit, with all my intellect that I have and all my emotional value that I have, I didn't see what was coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. It caught me off guard, to say the least. And I, I don't know. Maybe I was a little bit kind of I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but okay, I'll just say it simply. Caught up in some kind of an American dream
Hmm.
where I was like, okay, like this is, if you look at the patterns of the presidents and blah 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 at a very elementary level, you can see that okay, the Democrats and the Republicans, they tend to take their turns. So I was like, okay, well, I suppose maybe I was a little oblivious to this, but like I just didn't know that Donald J. Trump would be as bad as he was.
Yeah. I think there was definitely a hope that he would just, take the fame and then quietly let things rot at the pace they were rather than accelerating it as bad as he did. Ugh. It was brutal, man. But I was in the same place as you.
Yes, it was like it was kind of like an ultimate, especially for our generation. Which, when I say generation, just for sake of any viewers out there, I would say like, look, when I say something about generation, I first and foremost I refer to something which I refer to as the generation of the living. So that's in
Yeah.
order to avoid anything of like age discrimination. It's like, look, we're all alive. I know they kind of during the COVID thing, they were saying some things like we're all in this together. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. We are all
Yeah.
in this together. But the next step is like, okay, we're all in this together, but who led us down this path? So it's like, okay, like I as soon as I caught with all of my intellect and all of my emotion, at the rate of like, wow, this president is really a substantial problem, and he's not
Yeah.
alone. It's like it's beyond significant. It's like it's it's a very serious problem.
Uh, it- the thing that was most alarming to me is how willing the entire Republican Party and frankly a hell of a lot of the Democrats, but they shouldn't be lumped in. I withdraw that comment about the Democrats. In fact, what scared me the most was how many politicians that had passed themselves off as like at least normal people that understood how the world worked were willing to sell out the long-term fate of the country and the world, frankly, for extraordinarily short-term benefits. I'm talking signing legislation that deregulated the stock market again, undoing the changes made in 2008 in order to get an endorsement for the midterms. that short term. It was disheartening. So I hope you and anybody else that thinks they can runs for any office you want, and let me encourage you to run for little ones along the way, so you make your biggest mistakes and the smallest stakes possible. Make your biggest campaign gaffe that one time you were running for city clerk, where nobody will remember it. That's what I recommend. My friend,
Totally.
I'm
Totally.
going to wrap this up rather than torture the audience with a
I'm
attempted
just
game
very
show.
I'm just very thankful for having this opportunity. Thank you for having me here.
Well,
I like
thanks.
to
Thanks for
I'd like to
calling in,
give a
man.
shout out to the entire Wicked community. I friend love you all. I know that we may or may not have our disagreements, but let us going forward have more agreements than anything, because it's
Yeah,
something that we definitely need on the left, is to unite and just to do our best. So thank you.
my friend, it's all. I'll see you around.
Yes, you will.
Gang, I had fun trying that out. Obviously, obviously, I got work to do on the presentation end. Oh boy. I'll give you more of a heads up next time. It just the bee arrived in my bonnet about an hour before Sandy went up that this might be a fun thing to try. Let me know if you'd like to try it again. The way to contact me is what you can do at WYCDnetwork.com. Of course, Brandy, Nuance, Shade Dragon, LT9K, Wireless Mike, Morbius Dragon. Oh, we got a lot of folks. Soul Life, Snicks of Bia, Gypsy Mama, the whole Environmental Coffee House. Everybody, it was a delight to see you, and I'll see you on the next one. This has been WYCD Wicked, the game show that stands for what you can do. The game show.